Welcome into Real Recruits TV. Now, if you're an avid Real Recruits fan watching Kyle and myself every week, you know about this time of the year, we're probably jumping right into football. But when you have hundreds and hundreds of high school athletes, baseball players specifically, and hundreds of college coaches for baseball coming into Arizona, I think you just got to read the writing on the wall, and that's what we're starting with.
Exactly. Speaking, of course, about the Senior Fall Classic, possibly the best competition around the entire U.S. We're talking teams from Colorado, Arizona, California, even New York was here for this tournament. We really have to touch on this, especially a couple of our Real Recruits athletes that participated.
Peoria Sports Complex, the hosts of the Senior Classic, and the AZ Athletics, home to 4 of our Real Recruits baseball players. One of those is Anthony Race. The right-hander received his first collegiate offer during the tournament. We'll keep you updated on his exciting progress, but first baseman Taylor Martin steams the first pitch he sees into left for a single on Friday afternoon. He had a few schools on hand to watch him play over the weekend. And fellow first baseman Justin Wild went 3 for 8 during the tournament. All 3 of those seniors popping up big time on recruiting radars.
And over at the Padres field, Spiro Valasakos of the Arizona Prowlers had it going against the Orioles. 5 strikeouts in 4 innings of work, only allowed 1 run on 3 hits. Plenty of college coaches there to see these games, and no wonder why. It's some of the best competition a coach can ask for.
I would say the best competition you can play against and proving yourself against the best competition in the region, and that's what we're looking to see.
First-hand source there telling you that these kids, this is the best opportunity that they have to really be seen by coaches in person, and it doesn't just happen overnight that a coach hears about you at this tournament.
You don't want to just rely on coaches to help you get found at tournaments. You want to actually make sure you're being proactive and get your name out there. That's where Real Recruits comes in. We can help you with that. Part of what we're doing at these tournaments is making connections with college coaches.
Right.
We want to be able to do that for our athletes. Obviously, going to realrecruits.com, getting in touch with us, and be able to get a video put together is the very first step. Then we can help you from there.
All right, well, let's jump into that October football. We're going to kick it off in Division II with the Sunnyslope Vikings, number 8 in the state right now, according to AZ Central. So let's see how they handled that pressure at 6-0 heading into this week. Easy to say life is good as a Sunnyslope Viking this fall. The green and white are one of just 2 teams in all of Division II with a perfect record so far. But the 4-2 Lobos of La Jolla Community wanted to change that mindset on Friday. Middle of the first score is 2-0, advantage Sunnyslope. Tim Bryson over the left side. Oh, you fancy, huh? 49 yards and a 9-point lead for the Vikings. That's not the last we'll see of Timmy Boy from Friday. Great punt by Joey Cavalli pins the Lobos on their own 1. And how often do you see this? Not 1, but 2 safeties in the first half. Vikings D certainly holding strong. But later in the second, La Jolla puts 3 wide receivers on the near side. Vikings only have 2 in coverage. Hector Rodriguez knows a wide open David McNeil when he sees one. Lobos strike through the air, cutting it to a 12-point lead. Meanwhile, Tim Bryson getting looked at for some tender ribs. He missed the majority of the second quarter. So big question at the start of the third, is Bryson a go? Well, Tim, do you feel like scoring? Gee, let me think. Sure. Lobos keep this one close, but Vikings put up win number 7 on the year, 30-14.
Millennium riding high, looking for their 3rd straight win, taking on the North Mustangs. All Tigers in this one, and making a statement from the start. Walter Freeman to Nathan Diggs. Boom! 65 yards later, that's a 7-0 lead for Millennium. Later in the first, Adrian Salazar continues his fantastic senior season. 23-yard touchdown run, 1 of 4 carries and 76 yards for the running back on the night. Second quarter, Freeman continuing to pile it on for Millennium. Give this kid time and he will make plays like this one. Great connection to Joseph Pena for the 27-yard TD. And before the end of the half, the Tigers showing no mercy. Jalen Cook is on the scene after a special teams nightmare goes down for North. That snap ends in an easy touchdown. Tigers put up 42 points before the half and win this one on senior night 73-14. Now out to Real Recruits intern Alex Adams, who was at Northwest Christian High School.
Out to Division 5 action, where 2 teams atop the Section 2 ranking square off. Brigade Catholic looking to maintain their unblemished record as they march into Northwest Christian. Coming off their first loss of the season, the home team Crusaders are looking to get back into the win column. Jump right into the second quarter. Quarterback Drew Ness looks down the field and tries to squeeze one into tight coverage, but overthrows his receiver. Josh Sanders with the interception, giving the Golden Eagles possession. The drive would end in a punt, and Tyler Predovic says get some crutches because those ankles are broken. Predovic picks up a block and busts off a 16-yard return, but tack on another 15 as a late flag comes in for a horse collar. On the same possession, the Crusaders use a play-action pass to find their senior running back Matt Delos, who uses a wicked stiff arm to shove off a would-be tackler as he stumbles ahead for a first down. In a goal line situation, Northwest Christian brings in their jumbo set and Matt Delos muscles his way into the end zone and caps off the drive with a 2-yard touchdown run, giving the Crusaders the first lead of the game. But despite the early lead, Brigade Catholic comes back and wins this one, 18-14.
Interconference action as the Horizon Huskies, who are on top of their game, visit the struggling North Canyon Rattlers. Let's go to the first quarter. Horizon capitalizes off an early interception from the Rattlers as they look to deliver, as number 4, Nicholas Pagofi, charges down the field for a 20-yard gain. This ultimately leads to a screen pass as Spencer Marcinak puts the first 7 on the board for Horizon. The Huskies continue their reign of terror as Smead finds running back number 1, Luke Quinn, on the lateral pass. 20 yards later, Horizon is deep in Rattler territory. The Huskies knocking on the door, as Quinn is there to answer with a 10-yard touchdown, making the score 14-0. Horizon continued to take over on the Rattlers' home turf as it proved to be too much with a final score of 63-6.
That's going to wrap it up for Real Recruits TV this week. As you could see, from Division 5 to Division 1 and even baseball, we were touching on just about everything this week. That's what Real Recruits is all about. We want to be at the biggest events here in Arizona, talking about the biggest games, the biggest showcases for baseball, football, volleyball. We're everywhere. But if you would like to be on Real Recruits TV or even get help in the recruiting process by at least getting a professional video put together, make sure to contact us, realrecruits.com.
Also, we're on Facebook and Twitter. Follow us. Get us blasted out to some of your friends. If you've got some highlights you'd like to show, make sure you find us on Twitter at Real Recruits, Facebook.com/Real Recruits. For Kyle Stanley, I'm Phil Stafford. We'll see you again next week on Real Recruits TV.